David and Shirley's love story begins behind the wheel. David was a volunteer driver at the hospital. Shirley was undergoing chemo. Neither was looking for love.
I had promised ages back it was never going to happen again because I'd been married 3 times previous. And I said, that's it, never again. Not going to get attached to anybody, I'm just going to be me. And she found a switch somewhere.
My name is Shirley, Evelyn Morris. Up until about a month ago I was a Madden, so I am now married.
And I sort of knew what Shirley was going through because I lost my wife 14 years ago with breast cancer. And I've been going through the same thing. I had 8 weeks of radiation, 5 days a week. So we had a lot in common in that regard. And I think it gave us a mutual thing to talk about.
Long drives to and from chemo turned into long conversations.
It's been a long time since I'd really been with anyone as well. Years ago, my husband was actually killed in a truck accident, you see, so I had to rear my children on my own. So I hadn't been with anyone for a very long time, and I wasn't thinking of finding anyone at all because I was just in, I'd raised my children, they're all grown up, and I thought, oh, well, I've got my life now.
We found out we had so many things in common.
It's usually what we say just after we get out of here. We say, oh.
And we weren't actually talking about any ailments.
Then they started talking about love.
I can't remember where the first time was.
We were actually driving on our way home from somewhere. Okay, we were in the back, wherever it was on the road.
And I said to her one day, we're getting on really well together, will you marry me?
And he suddenly said, will you marry me? And I'm thinking, he told me he wasn't getting married again.
She looked at me with a big grin on her face and she said, ask me when you're serious.
And that was the end of it, and he looked a bit forlorn, but anyway, I thought he was only having a joke.
Oh yeah, right, a little bit deflated. I had to pick myself up again. And a couple of months later, we'd taken a client to Hamilton.
A couple of months later, we went down to Hamilton, we took a lady down there.
And we'd just pulled up and they'd gone into their appointment. And we were sitting in the car and I turned around the passenger seat and said, okay, will you marry me now?
And I knew he was serious then. Oh, I said yes, straight away. because our love was really good, you see.
She just went, yes.
If he hadn't have told me that he wasn't getting married again, I would have said yes first. But I thought he was only joking and not really serious.
A few months later, they were married on their farm in Deep Lead.
It should have happened 50 years ago. But we're all in different worlds then.
When he told my family, right, he was that we were getting married, right, well, my daughter said a rude word, which I won't repeat. But my son said congratulations, sort of thing.
David still drives Shirley to her appointments. Now as her husband, not a volunteer.
We plan to do lots of trips in our van, in a caravan, and I think, we don't think of honeymoons and as such, you see, but we just have holidays, and we will have lots of them as well.
There's at least one thing they definitely agree on. What's the future going to look like for you two?
I reckon it's pretty good, really.
Oh, 50 years of wedded bliss.
I actually think it'll be really, really good, yeah. We'll get to have all these holidays, we'll get time to spend together, and
you never know when it's there. It could be hiding around the corner anytime. And as I said before, it should have happened years and years ago. But I don't regret what's happened over the years past. And I'm really, really happy thinking about what's going to happen in the future.